The magic of Hogwarts Legacy has been reawakened, with tons of new cosmetic options, gameplay adjustments, and new mechanics, wacky and fun options for your wands and brooms, new content like secret dungeons and quests, and yes, you can now fly on a dragon, 3 different dragons in fact, and a phoenix too. All of this is thanks to official mods, which you can get directly inside the game. No messing around with sketchy downloads or fiddling with files to make it work. These mods are being added through Overwolf's CurseForge platform, in partnership with WB Games and the Hogwarts Legacy developers. And the Hogwarts Legacy team reviews and approves each one to ensure their quality and fit with the game. So they're totally safe, and there's already a bunch of cool ones you can play with right now. And yes, they're all completely free. Overwolf is sponsoring this video, but they pretty much gave me free reign to do and say what I want about the mods. So let me show you all the best ones you're going to want to check out. My personal favorite is probably a huge new dungeon I'll show you in a minute. But first, I think you're probably going to want to know how to ride a dragon, which you can do with the Dragon Brooms mod. The mod simply replaces the Moon Trimmer, Ember Dash, and U-Weaver brooms with 3 different dragon mounts. So as long as you have one of those brooms equipped in your gear menu, every time you pull it out now, you'll hop onto your awesome dragon instead. And if you don't happen to have one of those brooms and you want to get it quick, you can just install the Unlock All Brooms mod. If a dragon's not quite your style, you could grab the Phoenix Broom mod instead to get a Phoenix mount. But if riding creatures isn't really your style and you'd rather just add some flair to your broom, there's also a bunch of new broom trail effects you can get using the Trailblazer mods. I really like the Ember Dash, Moon Trimmer, and U-Weaver ones, but there's a total of 7 to choose from, and I'm sure people will add even more broom trail options with additional mods now that it's possible. Or if you want to go for something a little more wacky, there's a flying carpet broom, candy brooms, and even a mod that will have a Dementor constantly chasing you around while riding your broom. But one mod I think basically everyone is going to want to grab is Deathly Sallow's hair colors. This adds 31 new hair color options that I think actually look more natural and better than many of the defaults. Plus, it adds a bunch of fun ones that have cool multicolor fades and stuff like that. You can change your hair color in Madame Stelling's shop in Hogsmeade or when creating a new character. And if you've got a female character, you're definitely going to want to install the Hogwarts hairstyle mod, which adds 3 new really nice hairstyles for female characters. Honestly, I think these are better than most of the original options, and they're really well done. And there's a bunch more cool cosmetics I'll show you in a minute, but there are also some fun gameplay mods you might want to check out, like that dungeon I mentioned earlier. It's called Dungeon of Doom, and it's basically a Souls-like combat and exploration run with tons of enemy encounters, including with tougher versions of existing enemies, multiple paths to explore with hidden areas and rooms to uncover, lots of good loot from a bunch of legendary chests, and even some platforming and puzzles you need to solve to progress through. If you don't know what I mean by Souls-like, it basically means if you die, you start all over. So it's definitely high stakes, but if you enjoy a combat challenge like me, I've found it pretty fun to see how far I can make it while exploring and taking down as many enemies as possible. The area you get transported to is actually pretty big and starts above ground, and like I mentioned, it has multiple paths to follow with secret caves and areas to discover. I've played over an hour of it so far and haven't found the end, and I definitely didn't find all the secret areas. So this one mod alone could easily add multiple hours of new content for you to enjoy. It is a little confusing how to actually get into the dungeon though. So once you have it installed, start at this intersection on the road from the castle to Hogsmeade where there's a sign pointing down towards the lake. Take that path towards the lake a little ways until you get to the first lamppost on the left. Then just walk up to this small alcove in the rock wall and you'll get a prompt to enter the dungeon. There are some other dungeon and quest mods that will go live soon as well. So if you want more content like the Dungeon of Doom, or if you'd prefer some additional gameplay experience that's something totally different, there should be more options available soon. If not, right now. Another one you can use right now is called Decada's Battle Pets, which does 2 things. First, it gives you options for permanent pet companions that will follow you around everywhere in the game. But it also gives the pets magical powers so they can help you in combat. And there's actually more depth to this one than I initially thought. At the start of the game, you can choose from a few muggle animals like a cat, goat, or bunny, but that doesn't mean they're helpless. You can give even these regular animals powers to heal you, reduce your spell cooldowns, or even cast magical attacks themselves. As you progress through the game, your pets will level up, and later on, once you discover and capture them in the base game, you'll also be able to have a variety of magical creatures as pets. All the pets have their own XP bar, and they'll level up as they spend more time fighting baddies with you, making them more powerful. Their battle abilities weren't quite ready while I was was recording, so I can't show you some of the more impressive ones, but looking through all the options, it looks like they can be quite powerful. Definitely a fun mod, even if you just want a cute companion to keep you company. There are also a bunch of new outfits and other gear you can get with mods. The biggest one right now is definitely Clifton's Outfits and Accessories, which adds 7 new robes, a scarf, a new jacket, and even a pair of gloves that look like a set of rings. I really like some of the new robes, like this Slytherin skull one and the dragon ones. But Clifton's isn't the only gear mod I'd snag. Another good one is the Arcadian Enchanter or Enchantress outfit by Sandy, depending on if you have a male or female character. That's a pretty cool outfit as well. And if you have a male character, Sandy also has a cool holiday outfit you can grab too. If you've got a female character, don't worry. There's a set of 4 holiday outfits that work for both male and female characters in Deathly Sallow's holiday wardrobe. There are also a few single outfit mods for females, like the Beastkeeper's outfit and Merlin's Apprentice. And for males, there's a Durmstrang uniform and a set of suspender outfits. The Dapper collection also has a set of 9 classy male outfits, and for female characters, you can get the Modern Witch's wardrobe for 5 modern-looking outfits. You'll definitely also want to check out Twig dresses for female characters. Kind of a weird name for the mod, but the dresses are definitely cool options. And the Dark Arts wardrobe also has a few options for both male and females. With all these outfit mods, you typically need to go buy the new gear at Gladrags after installing, but they probably won't be available immediately. You'll have to wait at least 3 full in-game day-night cycles before he gets restocked with all the new items. So the fastest way to do that is to just go to the shop, open the map, and hit this button down here to rest, which will change the time of day to the opposite of whatever it currently is. You'll need to do that a total of 6 times to go through 3 full day-night cycles, and then he should have a bunch of new gear available. If you don't see them all right away, buy the ones you want and then rest 6 times again to refresh his inventory. Now, my only complaint with these outfit mods is that many of them actually have to be equipped in order to use the cosmetic. They currently don't show up in the change appearance menu like normal items do, which lets you equip an item with the best stats, but then make it look like another piece of gear that you like better. To be fair though, some of these outfit mods are still a work in progress at the time I'm recording, so hopefully they'll function that way soon, maybe even by the time you're watching this. Overall though, I've been impressed with how smoothly all the mods run and how compatible most of them are with each other. You can pretty much activate all the additional outfit mods without a problem, which is great. The mods haven't crashed my game or anything, and I probably have 15 or 16 running at the same time. But in addition to even more cosmetic and fun mods, like one that makes your wand look like the Elder Wand, and another that'll give you a magical staff instead of a wand, there are a few quality of life mods I think everyone should definitely consider installing. First off, there's increased gear capacity, which does exactly what it says on the box and solves one of the most annoying limitations in the vanilla version of the game, giving you over 500 gear slots total. There's also default wand shop, which gives you a way to change the wand type after selecting one early in your playthrough, so you don't have to be stuck with your original choice anymore if you'd rather change it. The Cheat Plus mod makes it super simple to give yourself galleons and also opens a shop menu for every item in the game without having to actually go to a shop, which might come in handy when you're buying all that new gear from the other mods. It also lets you make yourself invincible, turn on a super jump so you can jump higher, and a few other useful things as well. The developer also mentioned they're working on adding even more features. To start using mods, first make sure your game is updated to the most current version, and then in the launch menu you'll find this new Play Mods button. Clicking that will take you to the mods launcher where you can browse through different categories, see the highest rated and new mods, and bookmark your favorites. To get one, simply click on it, hit install, and wait for it to download. But that doesn't actually activate the mod. All we've done at this point is download it and make it available to use. To actually use it, we need to head over to the Enable Mods tab. In here, the first step is to either make a copy of one of your unmodded saves, which are listed here, or start a brand new game by hitting New Character. For this example, we'll use this existing save, so I'll just select it and then confirm I want to make a copy for modding. The copy appears up here under Mod Saves, and your original save doesn't get affected by the mods at all, so you don't have to worry about that. Only the copy can have mods applied. So click on the copy, and then you'll see a list of all the mods you've already downloaded. Just click each one you want to activate, and they'll move from the disabled list up into the enabled one. But at this point, they still aren't actually activated. You've got to make sure you hit this button right here to apply the changes and then confirm them. That's a really easy step to miss, and the mods won't work without it. So make sure once you're all done that you actually see a list called Enabled Mods for the save you want to play. To start playing, just hover over over the modded save and hit this button right here to load up the game. Pro tip, I did sometimes find that the modded save didn't want to load. So to fix that, you just need to back out to the regular game launch menu and then hit play mods again and go back into the enable mods tab. Then you should be able to load the save. And that's how you'll need to navigate to your modded save every time you want to play it, by the way. Your modded saves won't show up in the regular game launch menu. The saves that show up there are your originals, and they're totally untouched. So if you want to play the unmodded version, you just load it like normal. But in some ways, these mods are actually better than a normal DLC because they have infinite potential. The slate of mods available at launch is already pretty solid. We haven't even covered a bunch more that are available right now, and people are only going to make more over time. So the best might be yet to come. These mods go live on January 30th, and like I mentioned earlier, they're totally free. At the moment, they are only available on PC though, not consoles unfortunately. So if you're going to dive into a new playthrough on PC, you might want a refresher on key tips for the game, which you can find in this video right here. Thanks for watching, I'll see you over there in just a second, and thanks again to CurseForge for helping bring us these mods and sponsoring the video.